Welcome back to the Wandcast, the chapter-by-chapter reread of the Harry Potter series with an unprompted criticism of craft brew on the side. That quite literally is just our beer break. Unprompted criticisms of craft brew.
I also thought maybe that you didn't really sound super into that intro. Maybe if you just, did it again, but maybe better.
I see what you're doing, but it still hurt a little.
Was it mean? I'm sorry.
There was a split second at the beginning where I'm like, wow, we're getting really honest here. Okay. And then I was like, oh, it's the unprompted. That's really funny. But also what you said hurt a little bit. So, Jade, thank you for not joining in on that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm just, over here.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of Jade, I'm Aaron, and I'm here with my two very favorite Hufflepuffs, Nate and Jade.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
And on this episode, we are going to threaten our way into Chapter 2 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Wow.
Aunt Marge's big mistake.
That's aggressive.
Well, look, things get aggressive.
That's the way a Hufflepuff would go about it.
No, I don't think I don't think so.
What if they threatened to take away your midnight run of cupcakes?
Well. I mean, war, obviously.
yeah, but I'd probably just be like, hey, bud, I don't know why you had to go and do that.
Wait, okay. I don't want to derail this too bad, but did you just kind of subtly hint at the fact that you think all Canadians are Hufflepuffs?
I mean,
I didn't know if I was the only one who was like, was that a little bit? I love it, though, yeah.
Hey, bud, I don't think there was any reason for that. What do you want about? I mean, a boot.
Just your friendly, pot-smoking Canadian friend.
I mean, look, I love it.
Yeah, I'm full in.
I realize big sweeping generalization, but I think mostly accurate.
Yeah, I mean,
Let us
probably
know.
like a 60-40.
Let us know if that is wildly offensive, and write us.
No, it's a compliment, I think. Right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Intent.
Hufflepuffs are the best.
in
I mean, at least as
general.
far as I'm concerned. So
Yeah.
I think it's a compliment.
I think the only reason I'm a Gryffindor instead of a Hufflepuff is because I have that stubbornness that can be mistaken as bravery, I think. And I think that might cross the line a little bit. Anyway. I think what we should do is get on into this chapter. And this chapter opens on up next morning, and it's breakfast time.
I almost detected a southern drawl. Let's get on into this chapter.
Let's get on
This
into
chapter
it.
opens on up.
It did feel a little southern now that I thought about it. But what's not southern, actually, arguably, this is probably also something that happens in the South. The Dursleys are watching TV at their kitchen table. Dudley got a welcome home for the summer present. A TV to put in the kitchen because
Nice-ass TV.
too far of a walk from the living room TV to the fridge.
I mean, a part of me is sympathetic, right?
Right.
But then, I don't know. Put it in your room, right? I don't know.
Hey, some people have them in their fridges. Like,
My
know
parents
what I mean?
had a kitchen TV for a long time. It's definitely a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then, oh my gosh, Puck is pulling down our wall. Okay.
Puckaroo.
But then, my dad got the big screen, so then where he sat at the kitchen table, he could just see the TV.
Oh, yeah, peek around the corner.
Yeah.
The rest of
Yeah,
us
yeah.
could not.
Yeah.
But he could, so it was fine.
Well, on the TV, there was a report, and we kind of hear about this warning to the public about Black, who is armed and dangerous, and a special hotline has been set up for any sightings, because, look, if you see this guy, report that shit immediately.
Right.
All of a sudden, the report stops and goes to something else, and Vern has a fucking meltdown, because where did this dude escape from?
Vernon.
That's Vern is short for Vernon.
I've never heard anyone shorten Vernon's name like that, so I had to at least mention it.
All
We
right.
had to at least address it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, all right. Maybe I'm mistaken, and I'll say something different.
Is he really the Vern from the Ernest commercials?
You don't have to change it. I just
the
have to clarify that
annoyed-ass
that's who we're
neighbor.
talking about.
Okay. Uncle Vernon does yell that we don't know where Black escaped from. What if he's outside?
I mean, he's being critical of his news source. That's not a bad thing. But also, I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah.
You want to know where the guy disappeared from. Is he
Yeah.
in your area? Is he not?
Because you know Black's from the general area because, we find out what this man did. Like, it's not like he's just some random dude. Man's a killer.
Yeah, a multi-murder. And obviously it's on your news because you need to be concerned about this. So even if you don't know where he's from, I mean, like, Petunia's already looking out the window.
Oh, yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
She's like, where the fuck is this guy?
Immediately looks out the window.
I mean, I gotta say, if he's a dangerous guy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, do we have to I'm just thinking, like, on our TV, if we were to see a escaped convict, right, of that nature,
Yeah.
on our local news or something, you would just have to assume,
Oh, you'd assume it was somewhere nearby.
or, well, just, okay, where's the nearest maximum security prison? Or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah. You can do a little critical thinking.
Now, granted-
Probably figure it out. Yeah.
This is not the 2000s where you can just hop on Google and be
True.
like, where the fuck is that guy
Very
from?
true.
I mean,
But-
you're not too far from a county jail.
Well,
No.
If an inmate got out of there, I'm sure we'd be notified.
Also-
or I would like to think we would be.
we are thinking of this here in America. I believe this is a fact. In Europe, a lot less prisons and jails. So maybe your closest
yeah.
maximum security is not something you've ever thought about before.
true.
Because it
Oh,
might be
yeah.
quite far away. So, you know what? Good point by Big Daddy V.
Also, don't they say that he has a gun? And they have guns, but like
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
having a handgun is a much weirder thing.
Yeah, reach
right?
out to us. Let us know. podcastatt@gmail.com. If you are in the UK
and have a gun.
what are the laws concerning your owning a firearm?
you've escaped
I
from
believe
prison.
I heard. Well, yeah, if you escaped
Well, especially
from prison,
that. Yeah.
my guess is probably shouldn't have one. But I
It's
believe
frowned
that I
upon.
heard if you were like a farmer and you had reason to like kill
Yeah.
things to keep them away from your
Whatever the
your
pest
animal,
is, coyote, wolves.
then you could. But unless it was like that specific reason, then it was a no go. Or maybe that was the law as it was in Scotland. I don't really
think
remember.
that is I think that's how it is in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the UK, but I also know that like the police don't have the pew
Yeah.
pews like ours do here.
Yeah, no guns. So arguably way bigger deal.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to point
Yeah,
out.
oh,
is it is creepy.
Yeah. So, like I said, Vernon has a point here. That is a very good point.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Vernon, he starts Midwest goodbye-ing,
Midwest.
slaps the thighs. Well, should probably be heading off now.
Gotta hit the road.
Because Marge's train gets here at 10.
Get ahead of traffic.
Oh, yeah. Gotta beat that train. Look out for deer.
Make sure I shoot that gap.
Keep an eye out for deer. Shoot the gap whenever you can.
Yep.
But yeah, we hear about Marge getting here at 10 o'clock, and Harry asks a very important clarifying question, apparently. Is she coming here? Which coming from Harry's perspective, I can see where this is more of like a you gotta be shitting me question, not
Yeah.
like a I don't know the answer to this, because he knows the answer. Of course Marge is coming here.
Marge's train is coming in, and then you're bringing her somewhere else, right?
Yeah, Vernon's just gonna pick her up and then drive her back home.
She just wanted to take the ride. That's all.
Aunt Marge, a history. She is, of course, Uncle Vernon's sister, but Harry is still forced to call her aunt because,
Yeah, what he's pointing out is not blood related to Harry at all.
Technically, you
But
don't
Vernon's
have to call
sister,
her aunt,
so-
but,
I think the reason that it's pointed out is because she does not treat him
right.
as
Right.
a nephew, but he has to speak to her as an aunt, which
He's
Yeah.
his otherling.
is shitty, but also I feel like not super uncommon in toxic situations with family.
True. And again, I'm thinking of, how I grew up. But again, maybe it's different in the UK. There's not that. It's like, no, you're not blood related. I don't call you shit. Your name is Charles. Like, I'm not calling you
then
Uncle
fuck
Charles.
you, hold my bag.
Yeah. But no, Aunt Marge lives out in the country where she breeds bulldogs, and she never stays long at Privet Drive because of the dogs. She can't be away from them for too long. At this point in time, we don't know anything else about Aunt Marge. Doesn't sound like that bad of a person. Lives out in the country, breeds bulldogs, doesn't want to stay away from her bulldogs for too long.
Depends on how you're breeding the bulldogs.
That's very true. Very quickly, we find out what kind of a person Aunt Marge is. She has a history of whacking Harry's shins while playing musical statues, which I did look up because I was not entirely sure what that was.
It's not like musical chair. Well, it's kind of like musical chairs.
That was my first thought, was it was musical chairs.
You just freeze.
Yes. The music plays, and as soon as it stops, you have to freeze in whatever pose you're in, because, you're supposed to be dancing or moving around. And if you do not pause, you lose points.
You get whacked?
Apparently you get whacked. Well, no, you get whacked if you stay still, because Dudley can't stay still that long. Aunt Marge had to whack Harry's shins so he wouldn't win all the time.
To make him lose.
Yeah.
And just because she's a dick.
Yeah, she's kind of a dick.
Well, yeah.
She also gives Harry dog biscuits for Christmas. And there was the one time where Harry got chased up a tree by Ripper, and she didn't call him off until well after midnight. So,
hey,
feels like 5-6 hours.
It kind of feels like she gave him the dog biscuits so that he would have a line of defense against the dog.
She was prepping him?
Yeah. She was like, here, have the dog biscuits. If Ripper gets after you, chuck some dog biscuits at him. And when he didn't, he probably threw them away. Like an idiot. He was like, oh, fuck these dog biscuits, and threw them away. And then when the dog chased him up the tree, he didn't have shit to throw.
Did he have the dog biscuits and thus get chased up the tree and then just forget he had them?
In this instance, it was because he did accidentally step on Ripper's tail.
So Ripper was upset.
There is a small period of time where actions have consequences, Harry, but not multiple hours.
Well, also, I mean, that dog is...
Yeah.
The dog probably is a little bit more vicious than it should be if he's...
Prob's
like,
pride.
Maybe.
Prob's a bit. Yeah. We do find out that Marge will be here for a week, and Harry has some rules that he needs to follow from V-Dog. And that is that he must keep a civil tongue. And that is, Harry tries to kind of get back at Vernon and say, like, well, as long as she does, I'll keep a civil tongue.
Yeah,
I
mean, I understand the fact that I have to be on my good behavior while we have company at the house. But at the same time, if they're going to be a dick, then so am I. Fuck them. I don't have to be nice either.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's an interesting interaction just because, on one hand, Harry is like living out the dream of just like talking shit to the adult.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit and being like, I will if they do. I will if they do. But we've also learned that Harry treated badly by these people.
Absolutely.
So like the idea that he would have the balls to be like so snippy back all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting little interaction because at one point does Harry's, you're being a dick all the time now, circle back. Like, I don't know.
That's that stupid stubbornness that I think sometimes gets mistaken for bravery that Gryffindors have. Yeah. Like, I'm going to get beat for this, but I'm going to get my snide little comments said too.
Yeah.
Which does kind of
part of their requirement. Just a little bit of a prick.
Yeah. Which does kind of lead into the next one, too. His next rule is, of course, no funny stuff, and you better behave yourself. And then we have to know that Harry, in fact, attends St. Brutus's Secure Center for Incurably Criminal Boys.
Okay, the name of this place. Is this a real place, or Vern just made it up just now?
I think... Go ahead. You raised your hand. I interrupted. We need to follow proper protocol here.
Yeah, do we know if it's real?
Us from the animals.
I don't think that, I don't think it would probably, if we looked it up right now, it probably doesn't exist in the real world.
Well, but not real, but real in their world, this is actually a place you could
always
go
assumed that it was a place that Vernon was using because Hogwarts doesn't exist. And he could just say he's going to, Stonewall High or whatever.
Right.
I mean, I know that he's trying to be like, look, Harry's being punished. But
he's a bad kid.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for you to make up some wild named school for your sister, she might be like, that's fucking...
Okay.
That's a weird thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I feel like
Marge would be like, really? I've never heard of that.
Something based in reality to kind of throw it under the wire.
That's what I always assumed.
Then in Harry Potter world,
Then in the name of this institution is incurable.
Oh yeah. The secure center for incurably criminal boys.
If they're incurably criminal, and you know that because it's in the name of the institution.
Yeah.
And it is a secure center, kind of implying they need to be kept on the inside of this place.
Well, yeah, they're criminal.
Doesn't sound like a school, really.
The fuck, may I ask, is Harry doing out of said secure center.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you still get a summer
break.
holiday.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you do in a place like that. I think incurable means you kind of have to stay there.
Incurable
all the
seems
time.
24/7, 365.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty intensive kind of.
I don't think you're wrong.
No, I don't either.
So, like, while I think Marge is the absolute fucking worst, I also kind of understand a little bit her attitude of like, why the fuck are you here?
Well,
Yeah.
and
'Cause
also,
you probably
Good
shouldn't
point.
be.
Good point.
and also some of the questions, like I know we'll get to it, but she
Oh,
asked
yeah.
about him being beaten. His attitude back towards
Yeah.
her being like, yeah, all the time. Yeah, you would be a little bit weirded out because you're like, this kid has just got such a weird, like, snarky little demeanor for somebody who's getting beat all the
Look,
time.
it's not his fault. He's incurably criminal.
Yeah.
The beatings don't matter.
And hey, I'm home for summer holidays, so what the fuck?
Yeah.
It doesn't
So,
even matter.
Really, they're giving him shit, but he's playing the character true.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think on purpose, but I do think he does, in hindsight, end up playing it perfectly. And of course, to all of this news, Harry thinks that this is by far the worst birthday gift ever. But he realizes that he has a little bit of a play that he can make here.
Some leverage.
Yeah, he realizes he's got some leverage, and he proposes to Uncle Vernon that, hey, I've got this permission slip. If you sign it, I'll be a good boy. Uncle Vernon, of course, is just like, that. No, this doesn't have the power you think it does, dude. I'm just going to beat the shit out of you if you don't act nice. And Harry very rightly points out,
Yeah.
Marge ain't going to forget what he says, no matter how much you beat him afterwards, which is a great
it out of
point.
her brain, which
And-
is also funny because, I mean, here in a little bit after they eat and such, they get to the drinking, and I wonder if maybe this is Vernon's little fire back. It's like, well, she won't remember if she's fucking plastered. Now will she?
Not a bad safety net. Not because afterwards you can just be like, no, we never talked about that. You must have had a dream or something. And she'd
That's
be like,
weird.
of course, that always happens to me.
But yeah, Harry can totally, I mean, he can let the whole thing slip and just warp her fucking brain, and
Yeah.
there's no coming back from that for
Well,
Vernon.
Yeah.
He might not think so because, right, this is all real, and if she finds out, it's terrible.
It's the end of the world for him,
But
yeah.
if your nephew, who you've presented as incurably criminally
Incurably criminal.
insane,
Yeah.
starts spouting off about being a fucking magic kid and going to having an owl that delivers mail, and he flies in the air on a broomstick.
Comes in the house
Oh,
with
yeah.
a tree branch.
I
Like,
don't
I'm going to
think it's-
use my magic wand. Okay, kid.
I don't think it's gonna do that much damage.
I think that is a testament to how proper the Dursleys think they are, is that, look, it's one thing to have a criminal orphan nephew that we have to take care of, but if he is also a hooligan on top of being a criminal,
Yeah.
that's where we draw the line. No hooliganing in this household.
Hooliganery?
Yeah, I thought I said it just fine.
No, you had it.
Obviously, Uncle Vernon realizes, actually, hey, Harry, that's a good play, and he agrees in a weird agreement moment with Uncle,
All right, you
Uncle
little
Vernon and
fucker, I'll
Harry.
take your deal.
Yeah, which I can't imagine even those kind of agreements happen very often.
I mean, look, if it's going to make his life easier, and by that I mean both of them.
Oh, yeah.
I think both of them are fine with this.
Yeah.
Harry doesn't give a shit. He just needs a name on a paper.
Also,
And
these are
Vernon
just words.
doesn't give a shit. He just
Yeah.
wants Harry to shut the fuck up for a week.
Yeah,
And Harry can do that because he's got a closet underneath the stairs.
I think you're onto something, Jade. What were you going to say?
It's just words.
Yeah.
I didn't actually have to do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I can always move the goalposts and say
Yeah.
you didn't meet the goal.
Yeah.
I'm
Or,
dropping you off without signing your shit.
or also, I lied.
yeah.
I'm not signing your
Straight up,
slip.
I just
What are you
fucking
gonna do
lied.
about
Yeah.
it?
But I do think that this rare moment of agreement between Harry and, there's a chance for some light at the end of the tunnel. And I think for just this rare moment, I think we can maybe celebrate that. And I think we should maybe grab a little bit of a beer and join Harry in this moment of celebration.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to small agreements.
Negotiations.
Yeah, so we're going to take a short break and we'll be back right after this.
Hey, Nate, what'd you grab us out of the fridge?
Today we've got banana bread beer.
Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this one. This one's from Eagle Brewery. The style is a flavored malt beverage / lager blend. And we know about lagers is that if a brewery does a good lager, then it's a good brewery.
Yes.
Because lagers are tough. The little blurb on the can says fresh bananas pack a whole bunch of aromas, while rich, malty hops deliver a seriously fruity flavor. All perfectly balanced by a masterful blend malt beverage brewed with bananas and banana flavor added. A lot of banana, a lot of natural flavors, sounds
let me
like,
tell you,
and then a little bit of not real banana flavor. So it could be like banana taffy flavored as opposed to banana flavored.
The nose on it is great.
It hits just right. All right, let's cheers this bad
do
boy.
A quick cheers to banana bread. Damn, that's pretty good.
That is pretty fucking good.
That's pretty good. That maintained the taste, maintained the smell.
I kept waiting for it to change.
Yeah.
And like you get that really good first flavor and then there's something funky in the back and you're like, oh, they were close but missed. This is fantastic.
It reminds me of a Hef.
Hefeweizen?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of times they have the banana and the clove in there, but it's like that without the clove.
Which makes it a lot better.
Yeah, I mean it's smoother.
I don't hate clove.
It's easier. It's smoother.
Yeah.
What did you say the percentage was on this?
This is 5.2%.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. The more I have, the more I like this one.
And this isn't even that cold. I'm going to be honest with you. If it was ice cold,
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
it would probably be like a 20 out of 20.
Which is funny because I don't want cold banana bread. I want a
fine.
nice hot slice of banana bread.
Yeah.
With some butter on it.
Maybe it's even better warm. We could put butter in your beer, but I don't know.
Butterbeer.
Wow.
Be fitting for the book. Fuck it. Let's do it.
You're not wrong.
All in.
All right, Jade, what do you
send.
think about this beer?
Full beans.
I think it's great. I think it's probably
Out
about
of 10 loaves?
I was going to say like 8 slices
8 slices?
because that's about how many slices of butter or a banana bread I eat. If you leave me alone with the loaf, you're going to get the butt at the end of the loaf. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh,
Because
so
if
the,
it tasted
the
like
two-
this, you would eat 8 of the slices.
The two
Yeah.
slices left are the 2 end pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. This might be a 9. I love this. It's good. What is it? 5.5? 5.7?
5.2.
5.2.
So still like relatively low too.
Yeah.
So you could have.
I can drink these.
Yeah, this you could definitely bring this to a party and do just fine all day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 9 slices of bread.
I think I'm gonna go 8 slices of bread.
Okay.
Because I feel like you could get closer to the banana, but this is banana bread, and I know that's a unique flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a little part of me that is legitimately reminded of my mom's banana bread when I drink this, and that goes a long way for me. So I'm gonna go 8.
So you wish it was more of just a banana beer. Do.
Yes. Oh, and you know what else about just real quick? This is a product of England.
Oh.
Amazing. Way to go.
Where is it from?
England. I don't see it on
it
the
just
can.
says UK. There's a little thing on
Oh.
the back, but
Doesn't have a
it's from
city.
merry old England.
Fantastic.
The banana bread beer.
Ah, yeah.
That wasn't very good.
This has been
Look.
another use of your beer break spell.
Do y'all eat banana bread over there? Is that a thing? Okay. Anyways,
I
we'll
think
get back
so.
to
They
it.
made a beer about it.
We'll find out.
Let us know. We are back into chapter 2, and I am glad we got beers because unfortunately we are going over a little bit of a physical description of Aunt Marge now. We learned about Aunt Marge a history, but now we have Aunt Marge, tail of the tape. And it turns out she's very similar to Uncle Vernon. You can tell that these two are related. They're both large, they're both beefy, they're both purple-faced, and they both have mustaches. But one is not quite as bushy as the others.
Yeah,
Oh.
Vernon could just never really grow it in, you know?
Yeah.
Marge always
that's-
had that on him. He always hated her for it.
That's a tough one.
But it's family. What can you do?
That's a tough one when the sibling does something better than you can. Harry preps for Aunt Marge's visit with this new agreement with Uncle Vernon. He runs upstairs, hides all of his magical items, and he unfortunately has to do what I would say is the toughest thing. He has to send off Hedwig. He grabs her, wakes her up, but he doesn't grab her. He wakes her up.
Hedwig, get the fuck out of here.
Puts her out the window.
Yeet! No. He gently wakes up Hedwig and Errol and tells them, I need you guys to go stay with Ron for a little bit. I will see you at Hogwarts. I will see you in a week. He hides all of his magical things, and then he's like, all right.
It does kind of suck. Like, all his buddies are gone now. Now he's truly alone with them.
Yeah.
He's back to pre-Hogwarts. No magic whatsoever.
Yeah.
But he can send, like, a lengthy letter along with Hedwig. And it says he sends a letter, but I would send a very long one explaining everything that's happened the whole summer.
Well, he might have sent a long letter, because by the time he is done doing all this, he thinks he's like, all right, I got a few moments where I can mentally prepare myself. No. Aunt Marge arrives almost as soon as he sends Hagrid out the window. I think there's a chance he wrote a lengthy letter.
Oh, well, now I gotta poop. Sorry, can't be downstairs for a while.
Oh yeah, I would be pooping. I would be pooping so much if I was in Harry's situation with Aunt Marge here.
That's all I'm saying.
I would be pooping constantly, and I would be in there for 30 minutes minimum each time.
Yeah, it's just a rough week. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, like we said, Marge arrives. Harry has to take her suitcase upstairs, and as we just brought up, he takes as fucking long as possible as he can.
Hell yeah, I'm not getting any tip for this.
No.
Oh yeah. The reason he does stuff like this is because almost immediately as soon as Harry comes back downstairs, Marge, unprompted, talks about how if he would have been left on her doorstep, he would have just gone straight to an orphanage. She would not even had a second thought about adopting this child.
Yeah.
She'd been like, set back to sender.
Good.
Yeah, which for Harry's sake, that would probably be better for him. She also asks if St. Brutus's still uses the cane. And yeah, Harry fully commits, as we kind of discussed earlier. And he goes, yeah, all the time. Like, a little too casually.
Yeah, super hard. Beat me hard.
Yeah,
they beat me.
A little too casually, and Aunt Marge even says, Petunia, you should probably write a letter.
But see, she does say, do they still use the cane? Which implies she has some type of knowledge about what goes on at St. Brutus's.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. Yeah. She didn't question, now granted,
that he was there,
Aunt
or
Marge
that it's a real place.
Does seem like the kind of person where as soon as you tell her something, like if she trusts you, she just 100% accepts it as fact. Oh, so it might be like, oh, well, Vernon said that this is a real school, so of course it's a real school.
And the last time I was here, we brought up that you were getting beat there, so yeah.
Yeah,
or are they doing it the old way, or are they raising them soft?
Yeah, I would say, or a pretty easy logic jump to follow. She just assumes these types of things happen at a school with the name, incurably criminal, in the title. Yeah,
they're gonna beat them forever.
But also somehow lets them out for a summer holiday.
Well, yeah,
Vernon
they rile them all up, poke them with the stick, and then they open the gate and they go, "You got 2 weeks."
Yeah. Kind of like how we probably shouldn't be spending as much time on this. Vernon also tries to change the subject. Silver lining helps Harry out. Like, Harry doesn't have to be talked about anymore, so he quickly changes the subject back to the escaped prisoner from earlier.
Drive it away from something that's not real so that you guys don't fumble up on it. You just kind of go right past it, and now you have some real news. Nobody has to lie about anything. It's much more comfortable.
Well, and also Harry's snarky, so the more that she pokes the bear, the more he's like, I get fucking beat all the time. It's horrible. Bruises all over me.
I love that this isn't quite the same thing, but it's like, ooh, things are getting a little dicey. I'm going to calm things down. Anyone want to talk politics?
Yeah.
That'll solve it.
Yeah, that's the nice one we can all sit and talk about. This is kind of a running theme now. Vernon and Petunia, they like when Harry's not seen. Out of sight, out of mind, perfect. Aunt Marge, however, she wants him there. She wants him under her eye at all times.
She wants to be able to scrutinize him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Unprompted, one could say.
Hey, fuck you, kid.
Harry comes out of the bathroom for the 5th time that day. Fuck you, kid.
You shit forever.
Well, and yeah, she would boom out those suggestions. For his improvement, of course. Of course. It's a nice thing. As we can assume at this point, she delighted in comparing Dudders to Harry. The perfect Dudders to the not perfect Harry.
And I was just thinking that now at this point, Vernon is trying to hold the line a little bit because, he has something that he wants to keep away from her.
Again,
right?
Not a hooligan criminal. Not in this household.
Right, but he has magic. So
yes.
So Vernon's trying to tread a line, but there's been 13 years.
Oh,
of
yeah.
this woman coming to this house. And I guarantee you, before Harry started doing his fucking magic, he was probably doing the same. Like, this is probably Marge trying to bond with Vernon.
Oh,
with the
yeah,
common
absolutely.
enemy. She's like, let's fuck around with the kid that you hate. Because they probably did that together for a long time. And this is probably the first time that Vernon is starting to be like, so,
change the subject.
Yeah.
It could be she's kind of overcompensating now because she's like, what's Vernon doing over here? Speaking of, Marge and Vernon in their kind of relationship, she mentions to Vernon, that he shouldn't blame himself for how Harry's turned out. Because as we all know, if there's something rotten on the inside, there's nothing anyone can do about it.
Yeah.
Which is just a wonderful thing to say about a 13-year-old.
Yeah, he's trash, basically. Just throw him away.
Yeah, gone forever. No need to even worry about it.
But no, like, from Vernon's point of view, kind of fuck you, Marge, because he's not my kid.
Yeah.
Right? This is my wife's sister's boy.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I'm not blood to this kid at all. So, like, why are you implying I did anything wrong? Of course, this is the trouble child that was left on our doorstep.
He's the man of the household. Everything here is his, which unfortunately includes Harry.
I think the implication is that it's not his fault. But
right, that's what she's saying.
But the whole point is that, had Harry been treated the same way as Dudley from the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of. It is, had you treated him like your son and not like this orphan in your house that you hate, maybe he wouldn't be so snarky.
It's almost like if you're not a dick to him all the time, maybe he wouldn't lip off quite so much.
Yeah.
I think this
maybe you've started your own problem there, Vern.
Now, granted, I think Harry's a very special boy, because I think most kids in this situation would not be.
They'd be broken by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it's a perfect crossroads of, this is all fictional, of course, but nature versus nurture. Harry's nature is that he is a good kid, Yeah. Like, Harry's nature would be that maybe he would be a little bit of a smart ass, if you will.
Yeah.
If he was raised by his parents, but he wouldn't be as combative. So it's like that was the nurture side where he was raised by the Dursleys, and that's what brought out where it's like, no, he tipped a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like his good nature could only take him so far. It got to a point where it was like, no, we're going to dip our toe into this side of things.
Yeah.
Good fuck you,
natured,
Vern.
but can play dirty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If
exactly. Harry he kind of takes this all in stride, tries to focus on his food, and he's just thinking, hey, think about that Hogsmeade trip.
Yeah.
I want to go to Hogsmeade.
It's not worth it. Just keep your fucking head down, keep your mouth, keep eating food, even beyond when you're hungry. Just don't say anything.
Yeah.
And you'll be okay.
So dumb. This bitch is so dumb. It's fine.
Steam in your belly just starts to rise.
Well,
he gets to that point just before we move on.
Oh,
It's just like, one more fucking thing.
Yeah.
One more word out of her mouth, and that's it.
I would argue that's exactly the point we're at.
Yeah.
Because Marge opens her mouth one more time this evening and says it's one of the basic rules of breeding. You see it all the time with dogs. If there's
hate to see it.
Wrong with the bitch, there'll be something wrong with the pup.
Then Harry breaks her fucking jaw.
Yeah. Harry gets
Weird.
up. AK's her right there, pulls his wand out, like, just gone.
He did a spear over the kitchen table.
No, Marge's wine glass explodes in her hand. Harry loses control a little bit, lets a little bit of magic out, but everything's okay because this same thing just happened not too long ago because she's got such a strong grip.
Marge has a very firm grip.
Oh, yes.
She wants you to know that this kind of a thing happens all the time.
Yes.
She just gets riled up when talking about troublesome children, and she smashes her own wine glass multiple times.
I just think it's interesting that a lot of times we're talking shit about Harry's dad, and this is one of the only instances that we're talking shit about his mom.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
We don't hear anything from Petunia, but I feel like Petunia's face in the background probably twisted slightly.
Yeah.
Just like that's her sister. Like, there's something wrong with her blood now is what's being implied.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is, she was albeit maybe a little weird sister, right? But then that no good Potter came around.
Right.
That's what twisted her all up. But she was a good person otherwise. And so to imply otherwise means, that Petunia, there's something fucked up with her too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, and we had the big outburst in book 1 when it's finally revealed that Harry is a wizard, that it came from Petunia's weird sister. But for the most part, up until this point in the series, it is kind of always on Vernon. To kind of move forward, Harry takes this opportunity because there's a lot of confusion, even though that Vernon and Petunia look directly at him after her wine glass explodes.
Yeah.
The confusion gives him a chance to skedaddle on out of there.
Again, because to normal people, to them, it's like, oh, look at Harry because magic, but nobody else would.
No, not at all.
That's not
it was very clearly the broad with the big hands that broke the glass.
That's shouting.
And then admitted she's done this before several times.
Yeah, and she's drunk and shouting about bitches and pups and, you know
Why
what I mean?
are you looking at me?
Yeah. Yeah, the normal math there is it's not my fault. You wouldn't
Harry just stands up and is like, well, look at her.
Yeah. This is doubly troubling because not only does he know that Vernon and Petunia are going to be on him now, it's very important, as we learned last book, that underage wizards cannot do magic outside of school. And they are very strict, and they will come down like the sword of Damocles onto you.
He's already had his warning. This is like not a warning anymore. Now he's going to get in big trouble for this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Later books go into this deeper, but it is it's such a silly concept anyways. Harry would get in trouble for accidentally doing magic that he can't control. Right? And last time he got in trouble because of something he didn't even fucking do in his house.
Yeah, it was just that magic was performed in his house.
In his house at a Muggle residence.
Yeah.
Right.
Which, Muggle-borns are a fucking thing, so that should be, like, a known thing that happens. Sometimes accidental magic is gonna happen because of the nature of learning about magic. But also, we know that Ron practiced fucking spells before his first year at Hogwarts because he lived in a wizard house. So there's such a weird fucking double standard that fucking wizard kids are able to do magic before they're of age because they have like fucking wizard families, but Harry can't accidentally
But last time it didn't matter. It was accidental last time.
I think I might know. Maybe it is the strength of the magic. Like if you're just performing a little charm because you're practicing Wingardium Leviosa, Ministry don't give a shit about that. Like that's small. But you make shit explode?
Yeah.
That's a powerful spell. Whether you meant to do it or not, that's going to pop up on the radar.
Could be used to hurt somebody, potentially.
That shit's going to pop up.
I know we got to move. My thought was always just, it's like a map on a wall somewhere. The wizarding houses are always lit up because magic is always happening there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Muggle houses only light up when magic happens there, too.
Yeah.
It would blip, and they would go investigate. I guess that's my thing. It would have to be an investigation instead of a straight out, like,
well, that's,
they got a blip in restricted airspace. We got to go check out and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They pull it up and they're like, oh, Wingardium Leviosa. We're good. It's fine.
But they don't do that. I guess that's what makes it weird, J.K. Rowling.
Right. Well, we never find out that. Would have been nice. But again, book for children. And now, as I kind of realize that we are getting such a heated discussion about a book for children, I think maybe we should take a little bit of a break and let it pass. Or get it out.
Something that's not for children.
Ooh.
And have ourselves a little drinky poo.
So let's maybe take a little break. And we'll be back. When, Jade?
After some sippies.
And we're back. And it's also 3 days later for Harry. Not for us. It's only been a few minutes. But
Are
Harry.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it is 3 days later, and Harry has survived these 3 days by thinking about his broom care book that he got from Hermione for a birthday present. Hermione. So that brings us to...
What was that?
Hermione. Look, you need to respect names, and names are pronounced a certain way.
Hermione.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe how Hagrid says Hermione is 100% the correct pronunciation of Hermione.
She's like, why do you say it like that? It was like, I have to say it that way.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean that way?
What do you mean,
That's
Hermione?
the correct way.
Yeah, it's Hermione. Hermione.
It's like there's a Y in there somewhere. But that does bring us to the final evening of Marge's stay.
Ah, yes.
And what sure is going to be not a problem whatsoever, we are just after dinner and Vernon tempts Marge with brandy after she's been drinking a bit of wine.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like this is how I know that Harry is a good kid and he's not like me, because I would have been sneaking some of this brandy all week to help me get through Marge's visit.
Is it just me, or has Harry been very agreeable? Just kind of chill and quiet.
He's finally got some color in his cheeks.
Also, this thing with Vernon tempting Marge with brandy is, I mean, let's be honest. It's something that happens here on the regular. We'll have beer and be like, well, we're kind of running low on beer. Should we have whiskey?
We've got some scotch.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, let's mix booze. That's what Vernon is suggesting here right now.
That's always a good idea.
Can I tempt you?
Yeah.
Like, you know you can, motherfucker.
And this is where, Marge at this point is for sure, in the nicest way possible, just a bad person. But I did relate to her a little bit here because, of course, she accepts the brandy. And so Vernon goes to pour it, and she goes, oh, yeah, just a small one
Just
then.
a little bit.
A bit more than that. A bit more.
Yeah.
Attaboy, there we go.
That's the good stuff.
And
you don't want to split that.
If you're going to drink. Actually, no, that's horrible. Don't listen to that. That's not good advice. Drink responsibly.
You can't drink all day if you don't start drinking early. She just says you can't drink at all if you don't drink at all.
Yeah. Now, to Jade's point, she's not going anywhere, so this is drinking responsibly. Unfortunately, this responsible drinking, though, makes Marge's attention fall to Harry. And wouldn't you know it, drunk Marge does not mince words, because she immediately talks about him being runty, ratty, weak, and underbred. Because again, as we all know, it all comes down to blood. Your sister was a bad egg, ran off with a wastrel, which is a wasteful, good-for-nothing person.
I thought it was a friendly garbage collector who sang songs while he did so.
I like that so much more.
I just kind of wish that Harry had just been like, you know what? I'm going to play a part of the Cockney inbred urchin and be like, "Aye, mum."
And what else?
It ain't my fault.
Ain't my
Me
fault.
mum had ghosts in her blood.
Me dad sure was a good for nothing.
No, I like yours way better.
Came by, honestly. I don't know.
Can you just say, please, sir, can I have some more?
Please, sir, can I have some more? I don't have nothing. I know I'm a good for nothing.
Well, when we finally get around to doing the Scrooged All the Things Podcast Network Christmas play, I know who Tiny Tim's gonna be.
I just think it would have been funny.
I'm just hoping if I stay quiet, you'll speak more.
No, because I've used up all the words I know. I don't have very many.
Well, hey, you know what? I appreciate that.
Thanks.
What is not appreciated, though, is Marge's thoughts on this Potter and what he did.
Probably made pots.
And that would, hey, that's how the family got the name. That's how it works. Most likely, someone's great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa made pots.
Well, obviously, they were just good-for-nothing stoners.
Oh.
Good for nothing stoners.
But if we say Potter, then it sounds like we make things. But we don't. We just smoke them.
We just smoke them. Smoke them.
I'm fully done now.
I wish you weren't. This is fantastic. Vernon does not do Harry a solid here, and he says that this Potter was unemployed, and of course, Marge is not surprised at all. And she makes a few more comments, and Harry finally snaps, and he yells in defense of his dad because he has never felt so angry in his goddamn life.
I just want wanted to point out, he's like, he was not unemployed. I'm like, Harry, what does your dad do? What did he do? What did your dad do?
Yeah.
Because I've read all these books.
He was a student. He got married, and then in his early 20s was killed.
And he was in a militia group.
Yeah. You could say he was a soldier.
But like,
well, he was a rebel.
Yeah, a rebel soldier.
That's really cool.
So like, did he actually have a legitimate government job?
But the Potters just got so much cooler in my eyes.
They're rebels.
James was this cool ass jock who kind of maybe bullied some people.
And there's wealth from somewhere.
Yeah,
family's
got money.
Motorcycle, probably wore leather jackets.
He's a fucking
and was
nepo.
Real cool.
Yeah. He's a nepo baby
shit.
rebel soldier. I very much like the Potters, but yes. Harry has never been
weed. That's canon. For sure.
Yeah. Oh, they smoked weed.
I don't think Harry even knows if his dad wasn't like
no idea
was employed or not. So he's just mad for no reason.
No. Well, and this is a
people talking shit about your dad.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Don't say that about my dad.
But it's funny because like he might have been unemployed.
This is why.
But he was hot.
Duels were a thing in the 16 and 1700s because then you could throw your glove and be like, "It's fucking on for you saying that."
Yeah, and this is
Harry
where
doesn't have any power now.
Alexander Hamilton, this man spoke shittily about you, so I'm going to go die for your honor.
Yeah, well,
My name is Philip.
This is where like
My name is Philip.
like some other things where it's like the answer is just it's magic. The answer on this one is he's a child. It's because he's a child and his dad's getting attacked. But Vernon tries to change the subject because he realizes this is not going well. And he does, of course, what is clearly going to be the right solution here and offers Marge more alcohol. And he tries to send Harry to bed. But Marge tells
get him out of the room, get her all fuckered up. She won't really remember, and we can just smooth all this over tomorrow.
Marge tells him no as she hiccups, and she goads Harry about the pride that he has for his parents and their death, which was they probably got drunk and got into a car crash, and how he is nothing but a burden on his hardworking relatives, and you are an insolent, ungrateful, little.
And then he punched her right in the fucking jaw.
Yeah, and then he pulled.
That's when he did it.
Pulled out his wand and AK'd her right there in the face. No, but something happens. Marge suddenly goes quiet. And she seemed to swell with anger. And it's like, for a split second, it's like, here's the calm before the storm.
Yeah, I've actually seen this. I know I've said this before as a joke kind of several times on the podcast, but Jade does get bigger when she gets angry.
Yeah.
And much, much taller, right? So I can kind of see Marge, like, when upset, seeming to loom more than normal.
Well, that's what I mean. For a split second, it's like, uh-oh. But then in the next second, you realize that she keeps swelling.
More of a literal kind of actually getting bigger.
Violet Beauregard style.
Exactly. Violet Beauregard style. And Marge is now very round and floating. So a little bit of a helium situation, apparently. Vernon, of course, tries to save his dear sister, grabs her leg, and then like any good helpful dog would, Ripper grabs Uncle Vernon's leg with his teeth.
Yeah, because fuck you.
Yeah.
Why
well,
you
he's
touching
just
my
trying
mom?
to help. He don't got thumbs.
Well, he just sees Vernon grabbing Marge, and so he's like, fuck you, bud.
I refuse to believe that. Ripper has been waiting all day
finally
to see Vernon's calf, and now he sees it, and it's right there.
The forbidden meat.
Yeah, he's going. Look, Vernon's a big guy.
You know that calf's got meat on it.
Yeah, like in cartoon rules, that is the best looking cut of meat you have ever fucking seen.
Literally, the pant leg goes up, and it turns. The thought bubble pops up, and it turns into a perfect drumstick.
Yeah, exactly. Big old fucking chicken leg, and he's just like, yeah, this is my moment.
We're on Looney Tune rules at this point.
Exactly.
Also, this dog's name is Ripper.
Ripper.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Didn't even think of that.
He ain't trying to help. He's trying to fuck some shit up and chew on some
I'm
calf.
just saying,
God,
it's
no.
kind of a dick name to give your dog, because if he ever does bite somebody, the authorities are going to be like,
oh, yeah,
that's a dick dog.
And I know this was a little bit earlier in the chapter, but she totally gives the dog tea. And I mean, I did read that you're not supposed to give caffeine to dogs. Like, it's pretty toxic, actually. But then, assuming she didn't give it caffeinated tea, there's still shit that, like, gives you energy and would hype a dog like this up. So it's potentially been getting all this energy drink, probably like Red Bull.
Yeah.
And then all the shit hits the fan. Marge starts to float away, and he's like, "This is it. I'm gonna bite his fucking leg."
Yeah.
No, I also Marge does not strike me as the type of person to be like, we need to make sure this is decaffeinated, uncaffeinated tea.
Oh yeah,
For my bulldogs.
That was probably just regular ass tea.
Yeah, she's like, whatever.
she's just
I don't give
in
a fuck.
general a shitty person.
Yeah.
She's like, he can have my brandy at the end of it if I'm done with it.
It's probably black tea too, which is more caffeine than green tea. Do you know what all this is right now? Pure fucking chaos. And Harry seizes the moment. He shoots the gap.
Yes.
He scrambles for his trunk, packs all of his things, goes down the stairs where Vernon tries to stop him to put Marge right. Because we all know this is Harry's fault. Like, cat's out of the bag now. This ain't something Marge normally
the
does.
Glass breaking, I can blame you for and be a dick.
Yeah.
This is very clearly you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
This is magic territory, bud.
Harry has finally fucking had enough because he straight up pulls his mother effing wand out and points it right at Vern and says she deserved what she got. Keep away from me. I've had enough. I'm leaving.
Deuces.
But also, I don't know how I did that. I don't know how to fix it. Good luck. Bye.
Also, I'm not leaving because I can't help and I don't know how, okay? That is a separate reason. I'm angry. That's why I'm leaving.
She deserved that, but I have no idea how
Glad it
I did
happened,
that.
but even after I calm down and think about all this for a little while, I'm still not
Yeah.
going to be able to do anything about it.
Couldn't
So-
help even if I wanted to. That is not the point.
Yeah.
And Harry leaves. He's got his trunk behind him.
I don't know who to call.
At what point does Harry, I don't know, I was a teenager at one time. I've said some things to my parents that I regret, and I've told them as much. But like, at what point does Harry look at Vernon and say, look, when you piss me off, these things just happen.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe, if you just edged off on being quite a dick all the time, this wouldn't happen. Kind of
Not
go
to
along to
defend-
get along type thing.
Not to defend the Dursleys, but this chapter, more than any other chapter that I've ever read, has Vernon try to mitigate circumstances. He keeps going, go to bed, Harry.
He tries to get him out
hey,
of
let's
the...
talk about
yeah.
this other thing. Hey, let's do this other thing. And granted, it's
Vernon's playing ball a little bit.
It's self-serving, probably, because he doesn't want Marge to
Oh,
know
yeah,
and ask questions.
yeah. It's purely for Vernon's benefit that he's doing this.
But he is not trying to feed the fire
Yeah.
in this chapter.
Yeah.
yeah.
As much
No,
as
I'll
he
give you that.
can. From Vernon's
Yeah.
perspective, Vernon is fucking stretching himself thin here. From our
Yeah.
perspective, we're generally, I think, us three are decent people.
Yeah.
We're like, Vernon, you're doing the bare minimum.
Yeah,
no,
he
no,
could
for
have been a better
him.
parent. Yeah,
for him,
this is
huge.
He's doing some work.
yeah.
when you're
but
reading
he's-
this from Harry's perspective,
Yes,
you
yes,
see
yes, yes.
you see the one comment that he makes that agrees with Marge, and you
Yeah.
go, that asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in reality, he's been talking this way with Marge all along. So him going, yeah, he was unemployed, which is actually, again, maybe factually.
Probably mostly true, yes.
Yeah. Vernon's not doing anything really out of line here.
Well, again, it's
Right.
it's kind of intent.
Subjective.
It's kind of intent versus deed, if you will. But yes, Harry leaves. He's got his trunk behind him, and he's got Hedwig's cage under his arm, and he is gone. And that's
Peaced out.
the end of the chapter.
Hedwig's cage under his arm.
So
No, empty cage.
empty
Yes.
cage.
Hedwig got
no,
sent.
listen,
Yeah.
I get it.
Which-
owl is not a
Cage.
small bird.
Big cage.
Even a small bird, their cage ain't
I
small.
mean,
No.
is it too much to ask Hedwig to just take its own fucking cage?
Right?
Come on, dude. That's like your
real.
place. Don't be a lazy fucking owl.
You know what I love too is that if Harry
and Errol was there. She would have had
Yeah,
help.
there's two of you.
also think about this,
Errol's
if Harry,
cage wasn't even there. Put Errol in the cage and just fly the whole thing back.
Harry's a 13-year-old kid. Do you think he cleaned that cage out before he put it in the closet?
Oh God, no.
No.
So as
So
he's
he
Well,
needed to air
maybe.
it
This is
out.
like the one
Maybe.
nice thing he has.
maybe.
Maybe, but,
Right? But
probably
he was in a rush
not.
because of Marge,
Probably
right?
not. Yeah.
So the chances are that this
it's at
this
least a
cage
little dirty.
has some shit in the bottom, and so he's angry and on his way out of the house.
Oh, yeah.
He is just slewing,
Just
fucking
dumps it
owl
sideways.
droppings
Owl pellets
Yeah.
are going
all
everywhere.
over they aren't pellets, okay?
They're
I
gonna
think
Owl
get
it's
droppings.
into the
pellets.
floor vents, and
You're
they're
gonna
gonna
see,
smell.
like,
Oh, that's
mouse mouse skeletons and
Yeah.
He's just dropping newspaper and fucking mouse skeletons all over and feathers all over the floor.
One little last fuck you before I leave.
Yep.
100%.
Now you
Have
have to
fun with
clean
that
up.
petunia.
And now you have to clean up after my
Petunia.
goddamn owl. Which, like you brought up, the fact that there is an owl there actually does a testament to maybe the Dursleys aren't completely horrible
That's
people.
what I'm saying.
I mean, I know we're talking about cleaning up after the owl and we gotta go, but like Marge blowing up like that had to have made a mess.
Oh, 100%.
I know we're talking magical blow up.
When we know there's
But,
at
like-
least alcohol on the table, that's knocked over.
Yeah.
Probably
the
food.
table probably flipped,
Dog
if
probably
not
peed a
the
little
Oh,
bit.
chair.
yeah. Oh, dog peed.
But also,
the
like,
dog peed. Ripper
there's a lot
peed.
of pressure inside her, and even if it is a magical blow up and she's not suffering permanent damage, which we'll find out later, my tummy gets a little upset. I need some relief. I imagine that this was very traumatic and messy.
Oh, yeah.
I think doesn't it describe like the table moving and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
she ends up floating out the door.
Stuff gets knocked all over the place.
It's more of a Violet situation.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka, where she blows up, but she's fine.
also
But she's fine.
She ended up outside, right?
I think that was in the movie. I think
Okay,
in the
that's what I'm
movie
thinking,
she ends
because
up outside.
I'm like, why is the door open?
Yeah, no, they talk about
Stupids.
Harry throws the door open when he leaves.
Okay.
I think she stays in the dining room. I think the movie
Made it look
talks
all
about her.
crazy.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's
yeah.
stupid. That's
Hey.
stupid.
You know what? Maybe we'll find that out later, like a long time later. But maybe
Okay,
we'll watch
whatever.
the movie later.
Anyways.
Yeah. But hey, we are done. Like Harry, we do got to get out of here.
If you wanted to let us know what you thought of this chapter or this episode, you could use your quills to write an email to podcastatt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on any of our social media. You can also find us on patreon.com/podcastatt. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you real soon.
Bye.
Bye. I feel like the effort could have been
Nate,
better.
I give you an A+.
Thank you. I give me an A+ too.
Hey,
I think I really did good work here today.
See?
I was trying to I thought this was gonna be like a back and forth thing.
Oh,
where we
yeah,
would
you did good work too.
Whatever.